This is Ginka and Kristen. They live in Canada, originally from Bulgaria. Ginka was born without uterus, but she never considered this syndrome as a verdict, and she was dreaming about her own family since she was a little girl. The couple's dream has finally came true, and they're the happiest parents in the world.
I just want to look at her all the time. My baby.
Yeah, well too.
My baby. It took a long time, but the most precious
The most important thing is this
precious baby
small thing right here.
is in my arms, and it was difficult journey, long journey.
So it was not from the first try, yes?
No, it was not from first try.
This is probably fifth or sixth time that we've been trying. Over 3 years, yes. It was a difficult journey, but
I'm so proud of her.
Hopefully everything's okay.
I'm so proud of her.
We're getting close to the end of the journey. With happy results, very happy results. So.
I'm happy for you.
Thank you. Thank you so much for everything, for the patience.
Biotexcom was the first clinic they applied to. Lastly, they are at the Venice Hotel with their long-awaited Princess Sofia. They're ready for a life-lasting journey as a bigger family and a small talk with us.
Then we decided to marry, and then we decided to have children.
How long it take for you to decide to have children together?
The thing is that my husband, he has from previous marriage, he has a girl. When I was spending time with her, Magdalena, she's a lovely girl. Then something in me, something woke up, and I was like, I want to be a mother. So I told my husband, and my story is that I was born without uterus. So my condition, it's called MRKH. So one baby in 5,000 babies, they are born without uterus.
Mm-hmm.
So I have ovaries, but I don't have uterus. And my only option to have children is through adoption or surrogacy. So back then I told my husband, like, let's try, and he wanted to as well. So then our story began.
How did you find Biotex, and when did you decide to go to Ukraine for treatment?
Oh, I actually, because when I found out about my condition, I was 15 years, and I was always searching for for news, if they gonna invent Biotex. 4 years ago, I remember I was Googling different agency,
mm-hmm.
and then I sent an email to a couple of agencies, warm message, and that the other agency I was emailing, they said it didn't feel warm, it didn't feel welcoming, it didn't feel like, even from the first email, it was such a good response that I was like, those are the people. So then
we still research quite a bit of other companies in other countries too, because we even looked. I mean, we do live in Canada,
yes,
and it's quite far.
Yes.
We had to take into consideration a lot of things.
Was it scaring to go to Ukraine to this treatment?
No.
We're originally from Bulgaria, so the infrastructures and everything is almost identical. Language is very close to, so that was not a problem at all for us being scared. It was more about the logistics, that all because of, you know, the way we're going to work, you know, how much it's going to cost, where it's going to be, how many times we have to go there, and stuff like that. And we've even researched, you know, doing all that in Canada and the United States, but they were just not compatible to what we wanted and what the final results were going to be, especially after what like all the research she did for Biotexcom in Ukraine.
So am I right? The Biotexcom was your first try, and it is successful,
yes,
right?
Yes, we did a lot of we did a lot of research. Like, I mean, okay, I should say she did a lot of research. Like over the years, she's like researched, as I said, pretty much every country that has surrogacy or any kind of surrogacy program. But Ukraine was the first, and Biotexcom was the place, first and only place that we decided to go for.
How much tries did you have in Biotexcom?
A lot.
We had 5 tries.
5 tries.
If memory serves me correct, we've been
5 tries.
with the program since 2018 February. So it would have been 3 years in next February. Come on, baby, relax, relax. We're on camera.
Yeah, and
it was hard.
it was hard because with most of women, they have a history of like in infertility. But I'm very, the doctors of Biotexcom are very good because I never had any stimulations. The difficulties, well, for me it was because it was the first time I'm doing treatment, and for the doctors that they don't know anything about how my body would react.
Yes,
so,
right.
And now we were very pleasantly surprised that from the first time it wasn't very successful, the stimulation, but the second time after they've seen how my body reacts, it was very successful, and they extracted 33 eggs and 15 were very good quality, and they were frozen. But it took a couple of tries. Now that I think back, I just believe it was meant to be. Even the best clinic in the world, they're not gods. So sometimes it works from first time, sometimes it doesn't. And the advice I would give to couples watching this video is just to be patient and to believe, because it's fate. Sometimes it's gonna work the first time, and sometimes it's gonna take a couple of years.
Yes, how long does it take for you to wait for the baby with Biotexcom?
Almost 3 years.
3 years.
Next February would have been 3 years since we signed the contract, and March would have been since the first try was done.
She was unfrozen 3 times, and I believe only a good clinic and only people that know what they're doing can do that, because it's the odds were low, but it happened.
It was literally on the last.
How did you feel when you see first photos of her?
Oh,
we couldn't wait. We were ecstatic.
It should be really hard to wait.
For us it was extremely sorry to interrupt him. For us it was extremely hard because of our history, the way we had everything going through here. In the last try when she was conceived, we kind of kept it somewhat a secret from a lot of our friends and family that we wanted to tell everybody. But we just couldn't because we were worried that something might happen. So for us to actually see her, it wasn't in the flesh, but to see her was it's an imagination, like it's something that you can't explain. It's it's crazy. And then we were actually expecting to see her that first day, and then we got the news, and then we have to wait another 3 days.
Yes.
Which was, we're kind of like, well, we waited for her, almost 3 years after we thinking more, if we think about it before that, for her, we can wait another 3 days, and then, as some of the guys or the people that have seen the previous video from the hospital, they can see what our faces are. And
Yeah,
you can't really see what our feelings are, but it's
yeah, I just wanted to look at her all the time, like I was dreaming how I'm gonna have my daughter or my child with me and do the video. I was wanting to do it with my husband as well, but it's special moment, and every month when Biotexcom is sending ultrasound videos and reports, and that's the only thing. Like, we are so far away. We live in Canada, and when I was receiving like a video or something, it was like I know something about every bit of information. I want to have it because I wanted to.
This
be closer to her.
This moment that you are sharing with us is really inspiring for another couples that now are waiting for the baby. Maybe you want to say something more to them directly.
Yes, what I want to say is have faith and be strong, because I cannot talk about all the women with different infertility issues, but if a woman with the same condition is watching, I would just tell her that to have faith, to be strong, and to take care of each other, with husband and wife. It's very important to be close and to support each other, because sometimes it works from first time, sometimes it's easy, sometimes it's not. And I wanted to do the video for Biotexcom because Biotexcom promised and delivered what they promised. We are happy parents, and we believe that we can show the world, we can show the other couples that they can trust Biotexcom, and they can fulfill their dreams having a child. Because with everything that Biotexcom offers, the accommodation, the food, the hotel, the pickup from the airport, the nursery and the doctors, you cannot imagine how much support
you would have,
and how important it is, because to be in a foreign country with a baby, having a newborn is stressful, but to be in a foreign country, the support, especially the doctors and the nursery, oh my God, I cannot say enough thank you to the doctors and the nurses.
And everybody else too. I would say that to a lot of the parents, that whoever's thinking, even if they're not started, they haven't started programs yet, the support from everything, from the documents part of it, and Constantine. And all the rest of them. I mean, Constantine is one of many people here that are dealing with a lot of the documents and everything that needed to be done. And we, even though we've been here for a few times, we knew, the extent, sometimes somewhat of the extent of, how everything was dealt with Biotexcom, and all the preparations and the cars and all that stuff. But even, you only find out almost everything at the final deliveries or at the final moment, because that's when Biotexcom really, comes out, and it's fabulous, just flawless. So I can't thank enough everybody. Since we've been here, we've come to meet different people from different nationalities, and one thing that stood just right in front of there, that it was that a lot of them, or some of them, they just straight up said, listen, we're already thinking of coming back. And for us,
it's true.
It's a no-brainer. If we ever decide to have another kid, or if we know, if somebody was to ask us, what would you recommend?
Yes.
Biotexcom would be they're outstanding. Like there wouldn't be anything else.
Yeah, we know,
We'll definitely go for
and
that.
we know people that they want to do a second.
Yes.
To have a second child with Biotex. So we definitely would recommend to. What he's trying to say, there is not a too difficult case for Biotex.
Yeah.
Even
the hardest cases.
Even the hardest cases, and like me including, like it's not easy to for a woman like without any infertility, without any previous
Treatment.
for the doctors to know what to do. So definitely.
Go for Biotex.
Thank you for the good words and for the interview.
Thank you.
And again, thank you to Biotexcom and all
To everybody.
people that made this this possible. As I said, for the last 3 years, I know that we haven't been the easiest to deal with, but you got to understand, you know, everything. Nothing in life is easy, so you have to fight for it. And I think we've been fighting pretty hard, and we're going to keep fighting.
Couples like you inspire both us and couples that are waiting for the baby.
We can only hope.
Thank you.
Only hope is one of the main things to do, that to calm people up and to explain to them what and how everything is here, so they're not scared to actually even start the process.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.